Hi, Sarah. Great to see you again.
Hi, yeah, hi Shweta. It's good to be here, and I am really excited that we are kicking off our series of the Memory Masters.
Absolutely. And what we talked about last week was how we're going to have so many different practical and theoretical pieces of advice and solutions for those who want to really supercharge their memory. And I think the first thing really to look at is attention. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I think that's probably one of the key building blocks in how that you are going to start to build memory. You really do need to be paying attention, focus on the task in hand.
Seems too simple, though.
Well, it does sound simple, doesn't it? And even the theory sounds a bit simple. The short-term memory is reliant on attention. We have an enormous amount of things going on around us, and we need to somehow give our minds a cue as to which of those things we want to hold and remember and drop down into long-term memory. And unless we focus on that, even if it's a fleeting focus, it won't be processed into long-term memory. And we can't remember everything. So we just have to let a lot of our experiences just pass by as these sort of sensory memories. But yeah, that sort of textbook stuff, and it does sound very simple and easy. And what we're going to be looking at today is how do you actually do that?
Yes, I agree completely. I have to say we did try this out, didn't we? So we have there's so much theory around how much attention needs to be given to something before we can actually process it and put it into our memory, hold it in our short-term memory, and then put it into our long-term memory. So we went, okay, well, what are the things that actually stop us from giving attention to anything in our lives? And one of the things was that we just have so many distractions around us, and especially the clutter that we collect within our studies, on our desks, in our homes. And there's so much more to this, but actually I just want to share a little clip of us having realized that the room that we were working in, it was so messy and so cluttered, and what we did about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. We really enjoyed making it. And it did take some time to clear up our desk. Wouldn't you agree, Sarah?
It did. It is actually surprising just how much clutter you can have around you without really realizing how it's built up. And that
Absolutely.
that to me is one of the really big distractions, is just the amount of stuff that I don't tidy up. And in the back of my mind, I'm sort of pretending that it's all there for a purpose, but actually it's just because I haven't really dealt with it. So that's a big distraction for me. As were the pings and notifications on a computer when you're working, and I always know that I need to remember to turn those off. And I think probably the major one, the really big one, was the phone. The fact that the phone is sitting there and it's calling out to me to pick it up and maybe just, check some social media or do something. And it's given me a really easy excuse not to pay attention and focus on the task in hand. Would you agree that those are the really big ones?
Oh my God, absolutely. And especially the sort of younger generations, your phone is your life. But I don't know if they've noticed, and I certainly have noticed this, is that the notifications that come up on my phone or on my smartwatch or on my laptop, there's like an emotional pull to them. Like I get stressed if I don't look at it. I know there's an email notification that's just come in and someone's just WhatsApp me, and I'm like, oh my God, what if something's happened? And you sort of have this like calamity feeling with everything, and it just builds my anxiety so much. So I went online. I've actually found this amazing video by Chris Bailey that I think everyone should watch on YouTube. And it was about how he studied this and how the distractions in your life, especially with technology, significantly contribute to levels of anxiety and stress and loss of memory within people, or I should say, a lack of building up and creating long-lasting memories within people. So his suggestion was that you remove it from your life. So I tried this. I didn't go quite cold turkey and just completely get rid of it.
You remove your phone totally?
Yes, I did. So I took off my smartwatch, which I'm not wearing today. You know, I don't have my notifications on my laptop, and I don't have my phone around me. And what I did was I just have my phone, I check my phone and technology for 1 hour in the morning and 1 hour in the evening every day.
I'm
Um,
impressed.
yeah, so I completely cut it out during the middle of the day. And I think the 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the evening gave me enough to be able to just reply to messages, send out emails, reply to emails. And then it's like out of my mind, out of sight sort of thing.
Didn't you lose all your friends?
Do you know the funny thing is? I've made more friends because I now go out to see my friends and actually have one-to-one actual real conversations with them. And it's amazing. I don't have to keep messaging them. They know that I'm trying this thing out. So they're not expecting replies very fast either. And if something happens, they will just phone me up. And that's how it used to be, and we go out, we go out for coffee, we hang out. I've made new friends because now I joined different clubs and groups as well, which are it's really nice to just meet new people.
And you
So it's
mentioned
been
you mentioned as well that you reckon that this impacted on your memory. Do you think that has happened?
absolutely, absolutely. I was shocked. That was the one thing I didn't expect to happen. I expected what happened with my emotions to happen, which is that I'm far less anxious than I used to be. I wake up in the morning and the first thing, I don't feel anxiety. I'm relaxed and happy and excited for the day. So I expected that, and that has happened, and I'm really pleased about that. What I didn't expect was how amazing my memory has become. So I've felt like I don't even need a shopping list now. I don't need to write things down. I know it because I'm giving so much attention to when I'm creating a list or when I'm going through my meals for the week or whatever I'm doing. I'm really taking that time to focus. And it's just so natural. I haven't had to do anything apart from to not have the distractions. My memory has become something I'm very proud of.
That's amazing. So what actually we're sort of uncovering in this conversation is that the first thing to do perhaps is to look at your work environment and to get rid of obvious distractions like the clutter and things that shouldn't be there. But technology is a really important one, and what we need to do is reduce the need for stimulation. And how long do you reckon it took you to reduce that need to be stimulated by your phone the whole time?
What was interesting was I had to build the capacity to reduce my need for that stimulation. The first few days were really tough because I was always sort of checking my phone, checking for my phone in my pockets because that's where it would normally be, and it just wasn't there. So I couldn't just flick it open. So it was like that kind of, that sort of phantom limb syndrome, sort of looking for it. Because it took 2 or 3 days of just having to really rely on my willpower and to replace it. So then I started to find different activities I could do with my hands. So it's sort of replacing that need for my phone with crocheting or knitting or, with a book. I sort of always have a book
But
in my
still,
hand.
three days isn't bad for something that's going to have such a significant effect on your memory.
Well, exactly.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
three days of just really needing it, and then kind of it took a week before I just was enjoying the feeling of not having it. With by the end of the second week, I'd even cut it down further. So half an hour in the morning, half an hour in the evening. I don't want to check my emails. If you really need me desperately, call me.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
So
We'll
this,
chat
and
about it.
as well, this sort of enjoyment of not having it there and having more time in your day is also giving you an emotional benefit, which is important for when you
Yeah.
want to focus, doesn't it? Because if you are in an emotionally secure place and you have good well-being, it's also much easier to lay down memories.
Oh God, yes, absolutely. And it's all so interlinked. It's like what we said in our introduction video. Everything with memory is so connected. And having gone through this experience, I can definitely say it is. So I would advise viewers to give it a try if it sounds like something that could benefit you. It might not be as euphoric as I have experienced, but it might be. So it's definitely worth a try, wouldn't you say, Sarah?
I'm going to give it a go. Yeah, I'll try that. But I would say that for people who feel that this task is perhaps a bit of a big one to leap into, then try another task, and that would be declutter your workspace. Just have a good look around you and make sure that you put away everything into the place that it ought to be in. And we really look forward to hear how you get on with those things and what sort of experience you have. So please send us your feedback.
Absolutely. Looking forward to your comments, and really looking forward to chatting about how your experience goes in the next video, Sarah.
Yeah, and you'll find all our contact details below. Yeah.